even know this song, honestly. Hey treasures, welcome back to my channel. I know, it's been a long ass time. It's been like 2 years and I'm back now. No, it's been a long time and I was going to do like a life update video, but I was like, that's kind of boring and who the fuck cares about why I've been gone, really. But to the few people that care, love you. That's like the worst part ever. Love you. Anyways, I'm back now and hopefully I can get back into the swing of things because I do love filming and everything that comes with it. I just lost my way a little bit, you know? But I am back, and I'm back with a story time. So in this story, I'm going to be telling you guys about the time. I don't know why I still have this fucking wristband on and I can't take it off. It's like way too hard. So just ignore it. But I'm going to be telling you guys about the time that I matched with a psychopath on Tinder and he tried to ruin my life. Continue on with this video. This happened, oh my god, I don't know why I don't have these like timelines in my head when I say like, okay bitch, you're gonna tell this story, and I don't have it in my head. But this happened a bit ago and I was on Tinder and I was like, okay, you know, you already know the jig of the things, like swiping left for most of them. And I ended up swiping right for this guy because at this point in time, it was like, okay, don't go for your type. Go for something that you just find attractive. Do not go for your type. Let's experiment. You know, that whole saying with like Einstein, like if you do the same things, you're going to get the same results. I did not want the same fucking results. So I was like, you know what? Let's try something different. So I ended up matching with this guy. Obviously, I thought he was attractive and him and I were talking. And the thing about me is as I turned like 25, I would say, like I became like less like into my phone and like checking my phone constantly for messages and like texting people back like ASAP. I stopped doing that shit and I just like, I don't know, I guess I just matured and it just wasn't that important to me to like constantly want to talk to people. I don't know if that makes any sense, but anyways, that's how it was. And so I wasn't really like messaging people back and forth like super often. Like I didn't care. That was the main thing that I wanted. The gist of everything is like I did not care. Talk to somebody and like they had to really grab my attention and he really didn't. So it was like, yeah, I would talk to you when I'm bored, but like I'm not gonna constantly keep like opening the app to make sure you message me back type of thing. It wasn't like that. And so he got, I don't know, he was like one of those crazy ones that just like was in love with you from the get-go. And like if I didn't message back, like I had like 3 messages to come back to if I didn't message back on like a time that he thought was good enough. And the more someone like we're like I'm like oof, and it doesn't really work out. So that's like kind of what was happening. And obviously I was talking to other guys I deemed like better to talk to or I clicked with more, so I was like more so focusing on that. So I guess he didn't like that. So he ended up, I had my Instagram in my bio, and so he ended up following me. And he's like, oh, I see that you do YouTube, so I know how to help you out. And I was like, okay. So I started asking him questions, and I was like, okay, so like what methods do you use and everything like that. And he told me about this way that I was not fond of, and I was like, thank you for like trying and like helping, but like I'm not interested. Like I want to do this organically. Like I want to gain everybody organically. I don't want to have like, you know, like fake subscribers. Like I don't want that. I like politely declined. Okay. And so he's like, no, like let me show you. So I don't know what he did, but he ended up like, I ended up getting because I have like a tracker for YouTube, and so I ended up getting like a bunch of notifications on this app that I track everything at. And he pretty much was like gloating, and he's like, oh, see, like it works or whatever. And I was like, okay, but I told you I didn't want that, thank you anyways. So then he was like, okay, I get it. And he kept trying to talk to me, but like that kind of just turned me off because I mean I wasn't really turned on anyways, and the fact that you just didn't listen to me, it was like, okay, no bitch. And he was getting too clingy for me having just said hi, so I wasn't really about that life. So then he was like, okay, I get it. And he kept trying to talk to me, but like that kind of just turned me off because I mean, I wasn't really turned on anyways, and the fact that you just didn't listen to me, I was like, okay, no, bitch. And he was getting too clingy for me having just said hi, so I wasn't really about that life. You know what I'm trying to say? And so, yeah, I was like, okay, I was pulling back even more so. Like, I was never really pulled in. Following me on Instagram, so he would see, like, if I was on my phone and I wasn't texting him back on Tinder. And so this boy, and I'm calling him a boy because that's what a fucking boy does. This boy decided to ruin me, okay? So one day I wake up, I have a bunch of messages from him, and then I end up telling him that I'm not interested, like, thank you so much, but I'm just not interested. And so then he decided to try and destroy my YouTube career, pretty much, before it even started. So yeah, that means this was like 2 years ago. Good job, Trish. I ended up getting all these negative reviews to be posted on like my videos, and he ended up getting a bunch of dislikes for like all my videos. And if you don't know, if you get dislikes on your videos, then YouTube won't recommend them to other people. So I had a bunch of dislikes and a bunch of comments and stuff like that. I didn't understand the language, but I'm assuming that they're bad, and I know that it was from him because once he said to me, okay, bitch, and matched me, and then I was like, I saw all these like negative things that happened to my YouTube on the tracker. And so I'm like, what the fuck? And so I went to go talk to him, and I'm like, are you like, you know, just to be like, seriously, like, what is your damage? Like, I'm a girl, like, you don't know me. How could I have hurt you this badly? Like, it just didn't make any sense to me. So I tried to message him on Instagram, and he blocked me. And so I go on my other Instagram, and I see that, okay, yeah, he did block that account or whatever. So I ended up blocking him from my other Instagram and everything like that. And I was just like, what a fucking asshole. This is kind of when I get to like a little bit of like a sad story. But so after that whole thing happened, I literally was just like, what the fuck? So I ended up changing my YouTube name because I figured, okay, if I change the name, then and I made all my videos go private for a while, so like all the stuff that he did will like fall away. I didn't know why I thought to do that, but it ended up working out anyways. And so I it looked like I completely just like quit YouTube for a while, and I didn't have people like commenting more shit and like giving things more thumbs up, so because everything was private, so they couldn't do it anymore. And so yeah, I remember I woke up and I was just like a sobbing mess, and I was like, I cannot believe that someone would try and do that to somebody just because they don't want to go out for coffee with you after you said hi and didn't listen to them. Like what the fuck? Even when I say it now, it's just like, what the fuck? Like, why are people so messed up? It doesn't make any sense. But anyways, so I remember I had like, after that whole thing happened, like my family and I like all came together, and we were just like, okay, I need you guys to like watch my videos, whatever, so you can boost like all my ratings, whatever, and like it and stuff like that. And so my cousins and I all had like a WhatsApp group chat and stuff, and so I posted the situation in like that family group chat. And I remember like I had like 2 cousins reply and like try and help me out with it, whatever, but other people were kind of like, oh, that sucks that happened, but like no one actually like did anything about it. And to this day, I kind of was just like, okay, so when I make it, because I'm going to, I don't know if it's going to be on YouTube, but it just doesn't matter. I know what I'm going to bring to the table. I'm going to remember it. And that's that. Sometimes, you know, you're not going to have support from people until they realize how good you're doing, and then they want to support you and ask you for shit. And it's going to be like, no, bitch, remember this? I have the fucking receipts if you don't. And that's how it's just going to be. Anyways, yeah, so that was the time that this fucker on Tinder tried to destroy me, and I ended up changing like my YouTube, whatever, and then I changed it back. That's why my Instagram and my YouTube are 2 different kind of, like, they're kind of the same thing, but they're different because I didn't know how I was like, okay, I don't think I can change it back now. And I was like a whole other mess to changing my Instagram back to how it was, so I left it the same. But yeah, that is the story of why my accounts are different and it's not synchronized, even though it drives me fucking nuts. And hopefully I will be back with another story. I do have the conclusion of the Bloodlines first book, if you guys want to see that. I mean, I'm going to post it anyways because I want to be Even though it looks like I'm so fucking inconsistent and I don't like it. It looks like I'm so inconsistent. I don't like it, but I'm gonna post it for the next week's video, and then we're gonna get back onto our regular scheduled program for our book club because this shit needs to be happening. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bye, guys. Time for you, know that you've been on my mind. Only you can